The next point of our discussion is the conversion of decimal expansions into p by q form. And what is this? So we know how to convert a rational number p by q into decimal expansion form by just dividing p by q. But now here we have to convert the decimal expansions into p by q form. Let us understand this, and we know that the decimal expansions that represent rational numbers are terminating decimal expansions and non-terminating and recurring decimal expansions. So let us take example. 1.25 is a decimal number. It is a terminating decimal expansion because there are limited decimals here, decimal numbers here. That is 1.25. There are 2 digits of decimal part here. Now 1.25 is equal to 125 by 100, and 125 by 100 can be divided by their HCF, that is 25. We get 5 by 4, which is p by q form of 1.25. A very simple method to find the p by q form of 1.25. Now let us take another example, which is 0.3 bar. 0.3 bar is nothing but 0.3333 dot 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 and so on, which is non-terminating recurring decimal expansion, which definitely represents a rational number. Now it is a pure recurring decimal expansion, which we already know what is pure recurring decimal expansion. So therefore, to convert this, let us assume that x is equal to 0.3 bar, and 3 bar is nothing but 0.333. Let us assume it as 1. That is equation 1. Now multiply 1 by 10 on both the sides, becomes 10x into 10 into 0.33 becomes 3.333 and so on. Now subtract 1 from 2 and we get 10x minus x is equal to 3, 9x is equal to 3, x is equal to 3 by 9, or 0.3 bar is equal to 3 by 9, or 0.3 bar is equal to 1 by 3. But I suggest remember 0.3 bar as 3 by 9. You will understand the importance of it later. Now let us take one more example, 0.18 bar. 0.18 bar is a non-terminating recurring decimal expansion which represents a rational number. Now 0.18 bar is nothing but 0.181818 and so on endlessly. And let us call this as equation 1, taking x is equal to 0.118. This is equation 1. Multiply 1 by 100 because there are 2 decimal places which have to be moved to the left, and therefore multiply it by 100. 100x is equal to 18.18118 and so on. So that will be equation 2. Subtract 1 from 2. 100x minus x is equal to 18. 19x is equal to 18. 99x is equal to 18. X is equal to 18 by 99, or 0.18 bar is equal to 18 by 99. Therefore 0.18 bar is 18 by 99, and please remember this. Now let us conclude it. For pure repeating decimal expansions which represent rational numbers, rather 0.3 bar, which we have found out it is 3 by 9. There is 1 digit, so it is 3 by 9. There are 2 digits here. We have found out it is 18 by 19. There are 2 9s here. There are 3 digits here. There are 3 9. That means 1 2 5 999. So similarly, if there are 4 digits, write those 4 digits on the top and put 4 9s and so on, and remember this. Now coming to the next important discussion, how to convert a mixed recurring expansion in p by q form. Now if you observe here, it is eventually periodic. That means it has got a non-repeating part and a repeating part. Now when we have a decimal expansion of this form, first step is to convert it into pure form, and for that we take x is equal to 0.2562 bar, multiply it by 100, we get 100x is equal to 25.6262. Now it is a pure decimal expansion which is non-terminating and recurring. Now let us proceed further. 100x is equal to so much. Now we know already 0.6262, that is 0.62 bar is nothing but 62 by 99. So add 25 plus 62 by 99, simplify it, we get 2537 divided by 99, which is therefore x is equal to 2537 by 9900, which is definitely p by q form of the given decimal expansion. Now to find irrational numbers between 1 by 7 and 2 by 7. 1 by 7 and 2 by 7 both are rational numbers. The decimal expansion of 1 by 7 is 0.142857, which repeats, and 2 by 7 is 0.285714 again, which repeats. And to write an irrational between these two, the irrational number should be greater than 0.14, less than 0.28, but it should be having a non-terminating recurring decimal expansion which can easily be written as 0.16004, 00004 and so on, which lies between 1 by 7 and 2 by 7, which is definitely an irrational number lying between the two given rational numbers, that is 1 by 7 and 2 by 7. Okay, so please remember that. Now coming to the next important discussion is rationalization. Now the question is, what is this rationalization? The rationalization is the process of converting an irrational number into a rational number. It's a process of converting an irrational number into a rational number. What is the meaning of that? Let us say we have got root 2. We want to convert it into a rational number. That means I have to multiply root 2 with root 2. Root 2 into root 2 becomes 2, which is a rational number. So rationalization is the process of converting an irrational number into a rational number. Now the question is, what is rationalizing the denominator? When we have an irrational number in the denominator, any number cannot have an irrational number in the denominator or minus sign in the denominator. We have to convert into rational number. So therefore, when we rationalize the denominator, we call it as rationalizing the denominator. Converting an irrational number which is there in the denominator is what is called as rationalizing the denominator. And to rationalize the denominator, we have to multiply the irrational number in the denominator by another irrational number which converts it into what we call a rational number. Let us understand this. 1 by root 2 is an irrational number with root 2 in the irrational number in the denominator. Multiply by root 2 in the numerator and the denominator. We cannot only multiply in the denominator, we have to multiply in the numerator, otherwise the value will change here. So root 2 into 1 is root 2, root 2 into root 2 is root 2 square, which is root 2 by 2. Therefore, we have converted the denominator, that is the irrational number in the denominator, into a rational number, and this process is called as rationalizing the denominator. But the root 2 what we have multiplied to root 2 in the denominator is called as a rationalizing factor. So therefore, rationalizing factor is also an irrational number. When multiplied to the given irrational number, we get a rational number. Therefore, again I will repeat. Rationalizing factor is an irrational number multiplied to convert an irrational number into a rational number. Now root 2 into root 2, if root 2 is an irrational number, then the another root 2 is what you call rationalizing factor. So this is the rationalizing factor of this, or this is the rationalizing factor of this. So multiplication we get 2. But understand here, root 2 is monomial, that is the given irrational number is monomial. The rationalizing factor also is a monomial, and when we multiply we get a rational number, and this is what is called as the process of rationalizing any irrational number. Now in case we have the denominator, there are two, that means it's a binomial. We have got 2 plus root 2 which is irrational, it is there in the denominator. Now we have to again multiply 2 plus root 2 by its rationalizing factor. And please remember, when 2 plus root 2 is an irrational number, I have explained here, if root a minus root b is a binomial, then, or root a plus root b is a binomial, then you have to change the sign. Make plus to minus or minus to plus, and here root a minus root b is called as the conjugate of root a plus root b, and this is called as a binomial rationalizing factor. When we multiply root a plus root b with root a minus root b, we get a minus b, which is 100% a rational number. So let us understand in this example here, 2 plus root 2 is an irrational number in the denominator. We have to multiply by its conjugate. Since it is plus here, make it minus. So 2 minus root 2, 2 minus root 2 is multiplied in the numerator and the denominator, and this is the conjugate of 2 plus root 2. So 2 minus root 2 into 1 is 2 minus root 2. A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square here. 2 square minus root 2 square, and 2 square is 4. Root 2 square is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. Therefore, 2 minus root 2 divided by 2 is 100% what you call rationalized. So we have rationalized the denominator here, and please remember that. Let us take one more example. Supposing I have a number 1 by 2 plus root 3. 1 by 2 plus root 3. Now 2 plus root 3 is an irrational number. We have to multiply by its conjugate, that is 2 minus root 3, and then simplify it. We get 2 minus root 3 by 1, and that is 2 minus root 3. Therefore 2 minus root 3 is the rationalizing factor of 2 plus root 3. Rather, the conjugate of 2 plus root 3 is 2 minus root 3, and which is the rationalizing factor. Remember that. Now we have discussed to a certain extent the irrational numbers and its properties. Please go through this, listen to what I have spoken to you, read what I have given to you, and repeat reading and listening until you understand. Take a book and scribble everything what you have read or understood, so that it will be a reference for you for your future as a reference. And I wish you all good luck. Thank you.